Hey, nobody's out there, right? No one should watch this. I'm just using this video to get myself to do stuff. I like that announcing things like makes it more likely that I'll do stuff. And so I might not be able to get myself to do stuff, but if I read this and read it like every day, I should like get myself to do stuff. So I should I'm gonna write this down and then I'm gonna read it in my spiel every morning until I alter my behavior. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna say, keep reading this. Keep reading till you try them. Then maybe rule out. So what's the point, Sean? Just I want to get myself to do shit. Like there's kind of like nobody cares for just record. There's these things that like I keep telling myself like I should do this thing, and then I kind of don't do it, and so time's a wasted. So anyway, this is my thinking. I just want to announce. Nobody should watch this, but I just want to get myself to do shit. Is like I want to do this. I want to stop art except stuff that makes me feel good or gives me ninja brain, like isometric drawing, objects, heads, bodies, nothing else. What does that mean? Well, I'm kind of ADD, and so I really could use, like if I took Adderall, that would be pretty cool. But I don't have Adderall. But this is kind of like nuts. Is basically like I have this kind of somewhat superstitious idea that like I have to complete like an official painting. It has to be like a painting that looks like an old school painting. But really, like, why am I doing that? I've already made paintings. I know I can make like a really long illustration, but why? A lot of it is basically just like scrubbing. Like I don't want to do these symbolic things where it's like I officially have a job, or like I officially made something that looks like that thing. I don't know how to explain it, but just I want to do things for like the fitness of it. Does that make sense? Like if I do drawing, really the only type of drawing that really makes me feel like that's challenging is good is like isometric line drawing and like anatomy drawing. I love that shit. Most of this painting shit really is like a lot of scrubbing. It's like it's kind of dumb, like just mindlessly repeating some sort of pattern or something like that. I love like the isometric drawing in perspective and then drawing anatomy and drawing like faces that have like parts. That shit feels like it's good for my brain and good for my focus. The rest of the like scrubbing and shit, it's just too brain dead and it takes too much time and I don't have anything to prove anymore. That's basically it's like I don't have anything to prove anymore and I'm just gonna get old and die, and so I want to remind myself that I don't have anything to prove and I just want to enjoy my fucking time and not do these like symbolic things where it's like, look, I did like paintings. I've done like official paintings from imagination. I have nothing to prove anymore. So what's the point? So I just don't want to do that anymore. I just realized that stuff is kind of stupid. Same thing with getting a job. I don't even really want to get a job unless it's fun. I just want to do stuff that enriches my life, mostly. I mean, I'm not going to get nuts about it, but I'm just like, fuck it. Like, there's no fucking job. I don't need a job anyway. And really, I have to help out my dad anyway, so I don't even really have time to do a job. And so, just quit it with the fucking, like, I gotta work on my career. There's no fucking career anymore. For me, anyway. So, but now I'm just like, cool, then I'm free. So, I don't want to make a big deal out of this, but basically, like, there is one type of drawing that really does kind of, like, enrich my life. And that is, I don't know what it is. Something about perspective drawing, particularly, like, things where there's, like, related parts in 3 dimensions, like, anatomy drawing, like a body in space that has like different muscles that it's something like color coding the anatomy in perspective. My brain just loves to do that shit, and it feels like it organizes my brain somehow. I don't know how to explain it, but it makes me sharp. Also line drawing and having to do line drawing in perspective, like drawing like cars or drawing like mechanical things. There's like a logical right place to put the mark depending on the perspective. That's good for me to do. I don't know why, but I noticed that I love that shit. Just for the doing of it, without worrying about like the end product. I don't really care about the end product anymore. I just like the enriching of life. I just want to enjoy my fucking life, really. Yeah. So what else? So that So whether or not I do that, I'm thinking like that's what I'd like to do. I might not get myself to do these, but what I'd really like to do is quit like stupid like ceremonial like things. I don't have to like. I told myself for a long time I gotta be an artist and stuff, but really I don't. I'm not trying to get a career anymore, and so I just want to enjoy my time. So what's the point? Yeah, I have nothing else. I have nothing else to prove in like the head making. I've done all the head making. It's like, yeah, it's like good, Sean, but like I don't want to make another head because I have nothing else. It's just a lot of scrubbing. If I'm gonna do one kind of art, it's that isometric line drawing. That's the kind that like makes my brain work better. And so that's what I'm gonna do. So that's what I should do. 1 or 2 hours of that. Yeah. So that's what tonight I'm gonna try to do like an hour and a half of that after my workout, and just see like how did that feel, Sean? Do you feel like in the zone or whatever? I really do. I feel like if I do that isometric drawing, it's like it feels good to do that. All right, so that's one thing. I want to try extending. I have this like little thing that I'm reading each morning where I'm saying like, ask yourself, Sean, after you do something, ask yourself like, what was good, what was bad, like what did I like during my day, and really like, yesterday I liked doing like hard cardio. Hard cardio, I fucking love it. Like, and really like, I have this thing where it's like, oh, I only have to do 30 minutes of cardio a day. But why? Why not do more? Like if that's my favorite part of the day, why do I just ritualistically have to just do it for 30 minutes? 30 minutes is the max. It's like why not? Like why if doing art makes me feel worse and doing more exercise makes me feel better, why not do like an hour? Why not do like an hour and a half? Like it's just I just want to start getting the mode of like what's going to try different things, see if it makes life better, and just use my time to like just do things I want rather than just these knee-jerk like ritual I gotta do this thing every day, even if there's something better I can do. Yeah, so I'm gonna try that. It's scary though. It's scary to have like no thing, like no like what about art is your thing, Sean? I know, but like besides it being my thing, it kind of makes me miserable now, and I just don't. There's no job anymore, or there's no career for me. Trying to extend. So that's what I want to do. It's basically I'm gonna make this video. No one should watch this. But I'm going to try to, I want to get myself to do like, normally I do like this like little CrossFit type thing, and then I do a hard cardio session, and I do them like only 30 minutes a day, 33 minutes, and that's it. I'm like, why? Why not try to do it an hour? So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm just going to try to do like, I'm just going to do like an hour and 20-minute workout and be like, fuck it, who cares? Like if it makes life, if I can do an hour and 20 minutes of drawing some shit that nobody's going to see, why not do something that makes me feel way better? Yeah. Plus, like I'm like an older person, and so I think more exercise could be like good. Anyway, what else? So if I could ratchet things up, so it would be cool. What I want to do now, I might not be able to get myself to do this, but what I'd really like to do, if I could figure out a way to do it, would be to do like chats. Like I'd love to like do some sort of Zoom chat with people, different people, like for like a little bit longer every day, kind of like a workout. I mean, it sounds really like nerdy and weird, but I'd love to just like do that, like rather than do playing like Simon where I have to pay attention to Simon. Like why not just like, I don't know, like ideally it would be really cool to like do a workout and then just do like a chat, just to sort of like get used to like, if I do like a workout, I'm like relaxed afterwards, and normally I'm like too freaked out to like talk with people, but it'd be cool to just like do like a talk. It sounds really ridiculous, but it really would be cool. If for me, I think it would be cool to be like do like a talking workout. Now I don't know, like there's this voice in my head that says like, oh, you're using people, like you're just trying to like, people are not like your toys or something, Sean. I have to stop thinking about things like that. I have to root out the belief that this is some sort of weird thing, and I want to. If there's people who don't think it's weird, and there's people who want to do, you know, some chat, then I'd want to do that, and so I'd like to find a way to do that. And then I could tell them, like, I could say, like, hey, you could, like, try things on me. Like, if you have some, like, you know, active listening things that you're trying to practice, you could do that. Or even if you just wanted to troll me, if you wanted to, like, troll me. Basically, like, it could be a win-win situation. Somebody else could just sort of, like, you know, whatever they want to talk about is cool with me. But that would be cool. It's just, it feels like if I ask ChatGPT, it says communication is one of the most important things, like skills in life, and I have no experience in that. And so it would be cool to just like, if I'm practicing like playing Simon and dueling back for like a half hour a day, I could just practice like talking to a human being. And so that if that was possible, it'd be cool. So there's this little thing in my head that says like, oh, that's weird that you're doing some weird thing. It's like, to other people, I might think it's like really intense and weird to like do eye contact conversation. There's other people who just do that every day. They think it's like no big deal, and they're like, oh, I have conversations with people on Zoom or Skype all the time. And I'm like, well, cool. So if they don't think it's weird, I would like to do it regularly to the point where I do not think it's weird. I'd love to do that. I'd love to have some sort of like nerdy system in like a workout format. It has to be, for me, it has to be some sort of like forced thing to just like overcome my fear of people. And so if there were, willing participants, that would be great. I would just think like, why not? Because like in jiu-jitsu, you can just like have training partners, and it would just be cool to like have training partners. What's your point, John? Yeah, I'd love to do that. So I'm gonna try to find a way to do that. But so I was thinking like, how could I do that? Well, I could have multiple training partners. I could use Craigslist. I could put things out on YouTube. I could put things out on Kick. I could just say, hey, anybody want to chat? And so, and then I could make a list of emails of anybody who said like, yeah, I might want to chat. I could, each weekend before the weekdays, I could say, hey, like anybody want to chat this week at some time around like 6:30, and then some people said, yeah. I'd say, okay, well, let's do it Thursday, or let's do it like Wednesday, or let's do it Tuesday, and then I could just try to ratchet things up. I have this idea like, I can do like 11 minutes, and then I can do 12 minutes, and then I can do 13 minutes. And also like, I can do it in some sort of like, I keep telling myself there's some lame level I can do it at. So like Joe Rogan, he does everything all like spontaneous and all daring and stuff. For me, like, it would be a lot easier if I could just do it if I had like a little script next to me, and I just had like a bunch of questions that I could write beforehand. And so I've already done that. I wrote down all these questions. And so these are questions that I could just kind of ask anybody. So yeah, eventually I might just be able to have like an off-the-cuff conversation without all this pre-planning. But until then, I keep telling myself there's some lame level I can do it at. And I have like enough questions that if I really was like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to say, I could just ask these 20 questions to like anybody. And they're just basic things like, what do you do during your day? Like, what sort of stuff are you passionate about? Are there any technologies that you're into these days? Are there a lot of people that use filters nowadays, or live streaming type stuff? I don't want to ask any personal questions, but I'd say like, what sort of things do you like to do every day? Something I kind of wonder, I should avoid asking personal questions, but one question I wonder is like, do people plan on getting married? Are there more and more people today who just are basically not even really planning on getting married? Is that becoming like an outdated thing, or do some people do they have plans to like get married and have a family and all that stuff? There's a lot of things I just wonder. Anyway, what's the point? So basically I could try that. But yeah, it would be cool to like start. Another thing that might be cool is to like start my own like improv type thing. I go to this improv class, but really sometimes there's only one or two people in the class. It'd be cool to just start my own like improv class, because I pay for the class. Why pay for it? Like if anybody else wants to do Zoom improv, that would be cool. But people might not want to do that. I could just do chats also, but some form or another, it'd be cool to do like some sort of like engagement with humans through that. I don't know. I'd like to do that, but anyway, so I'll figure that out. But that would be cool. It would be cool. So how could I do that? Well, I could just put out a thing on YouTube and just say, hey, anybody want to do a Zoom improv class? Because I know the stuff that the teacher does at the class, and pretty much anybody could do it. It's not, you just basically just start a scene and make stuff up, and anything goes for a certain amount of time. But it might be a little lofty. I can always keep going to my normal class. Anyway, so that's it. Those are things that I want to do. So I'm gonna keep those on my little. I'm gonna keep reading those on my little spiel, and I might not be able to do those. I basically I don't want to like wimp out. I don't want to suddenly just be like, oh, like remember that time I was thinking I should chat with people or do eye contact? I forgot. Like let me just go back to my little art world. I've done I've made so many three ZBrush sculptures, and I've made so many paintings that nobody's paying for, and I just can't justify it. It just feels depressing now because it's like I've already learned as much as I can in those things, and it's just kind of like really the only type of art I really do, if it was just for the fun of doing it, is really that isometric line drawing. Anyway, okay, so those are my goals. So those are things that I want to get myself to do. So I'm gonna just read those every once in a while until I sort of get myself to do stuff like that. And I might not, like I might flake out and be like, oh, like I chickened out, or it's too hard or something. That's fine. If that happens, then I'll just say, there's no free will. Whatever was necessary for me to be able to get myself to do that it didn't happen. The stars didn't align or whatever. But if I can get myself to do it, it would be cool. All right. So that being said, now what I want to do, the thing I want to get myself to do for the remainder of the day is I would like to, I want to do like an hour and a half workout. Like I want to do I'm going to do this CrossFit crazy workout with like, a weight vest and doing all this shit. And then I want to do 30 minutes of burpees also. And then after I do, so that's like 2 workouts in one. And so after, that's going to be like a lot more exercise than I'm used to doing. And then after it, I'm going to ask myself, like, how did you feel? Did you feel better the next day or the next 2 days? And if the answer is, yeah, I felt like way better, I'm going to tell myself, you could do that more. That's kind of what I'm trying to beat into my head, is I'm trying to stop doing things like dogmatically about like, I got to do this stuff every day. I'm going to say like, why are you doing that stuff? Like, isn't it ultimately because you want to feel good and you want to have a good life? So if there's things that are making me miserable or they're kind of boring for me, I'm just telling myself, if there's things that you enjoy, if there's things that I enjoy, I could do those things more. I could do like that thing that makes me happy or makes life better. I could do that more, and I could stop doing the things that like make me bored and depressed. And so, this art shit is really kind of like, it's making me kind of, it just feels like I'm doing it as like a ceremonial thing, as being like, look, I can officially make like a realistic looking painting. But I've already done that before. I have nothing to prove anymore. So it's like, I don't care, don't want to care. Same thing with like sculpting. I know if I make some sculpture, people go like, oh wow, that's really good. But like, other than that, I don't get anything out of it. It's just, I've already done that shit so much. It's like, if there's no job for it, I'd rather just do things that give me joy. Like, and just stop doing things that make me miserable and bored. And so really, that's I'd like to do that more. So I'm trying to do that. It's hard to like change my habits, but anyway, so what are we doing now? So now I've made my decision. Now I just have to enforce it. Nobody's out there, right? From The Crow, the movie The Crow, where this guy says, I see you've made your decision. Now let's see you enforce it. Okay, Sean, you've decided. So yeah, that's the thing. It's like getting myself to do the shit is kind of harder. But I think my little theory is like, if I read this spiel every morning, if I just say like, here's this thing, I said I want to do this thing, I should do this thing. If I do that like for like weeks on end, eventually I'll be like, dude, I should probably like. And if I read that every morning, and then I also read the little thing that says there's some lame level I can do it at. Like if I can't do it all the way, do it half. Do it like lame. Do it with a filter. Do it. There's some like lamest level possible that I can do it. And then if I kind of snowball that over a long period of time, maybe I can do it better. But anyway, just that's what I'd like to do. Now let's see if I can get myself to do it at some level, or at least try to go more in that direction. All right, Sean. All right. That's what I should do. Okay, so what do I do? I should work out. But boy, it's like the least motivated time for me in terms of like really not feeling like doing anything physical is right now at sunset, when the sun just went down. It's like 6 o'clock. I feel totally lazy, but I know that if I turn on David Goggins and some music, I'll get myself up and moving pretty fast. Also, if I wear a girl outfit, I can do it easy with a girl outfit. Okay. No one should watch this. This is I'm just getting myself to do stuff, but this is not meant for it's not meant for entertainment. I'm not here for your entertain. I'm not here for your entertainment. Really, I just want to get myself to do stuff. I know it's kind of self-indulgent, but as far as I know, I'm not breaking any laws.
Today I'm using Upwork to hire a WordPress developer.
What's coming to Motion Array in 2025? Expect the unexpected. What if you had even more, much feel you. It's a familiar feeling which was lost through time. Vivid memories which I long to find begin to flash from within my mind.
Nobody's out there, right? Let's say nobody's out there. But just for the record, I would love to just clear the slate. I'd love to clear myself of my past and just be like, the past is gone. What do I kind of want to do now? And something that I'm sure I have this inkling. I have get to the point, Sean. The world is kind of like nudging me to do something, and I'd love to just go more into this direction. What's the point? This is my theory. My theory is that like if a human could regularly engage with different humans in different ways and just watch their engagement, just watch, rinse, repeat. Like you do some engagement with a human, a chat, improv acting, something like that. And if you just could watch it every day, like why am I watching Joe Rogan? Like if I watch myself, for one thing, it would really reduce I think it would reduce my fear of social interaction, because at least I would see the truth. I love just knowing the truth and being like, that's what happened, like that's what went down, and some things are probably going to be better than I thought, and I'm like, oh, I wasn't as ugly or awkward as I thought. And then some things will probably be worse. Like some things will be like, oh, I was doing some weird like nervous tick the whole time. I'll be like, I shouldn't do that next time. And I like that idea of like iterating. Like people iterate like games and apps. They engineers they'll look at something and they'll go, oh, we should tweak it a little next time. And you could like iterate yourself. Like I think that would be really cool. Is just like if you just did some social shit, and if you just watched it and thought, oh, like, I didn't notice how that went down, and then just think like, what could I do next time? Sometimes if I I would imagine most time watching myself, I wouldn't notice anything. Like, oh, whatever, it was just a normal conversation. But I could sort of see how things went a little more objectively. But really, like, over time, eventually, I think for one thing, I would certainly be less scared of, like, the unknown. There wouldn't be like, oh, I don't know how I came off. I'd be like, well, that's exactly how I came off. There's what happened. So there's no, like, mystery. And then I would imagine my fear of socialization would go down that way. But also, like, you could kind of notice little things that, like, work. Like, you could sort of notice, like, oh, like, if I read my sheet, things tend to get, like, a little stale. But, like, if I don't read my sheet, and if I just sort of pay more attention to the other person, it tends to go better. Nobody's listening, right? But one thing I noticed right off the bat is this is the first one of these chats that I'm watching of me doing a chat with another person. I didn't record any other chats that I've done. But it's something I noticed right off the bat in chatting with like real people versus chatting with just chatting like right now. I'm just chatting to no one. I'm just talking with myself. I'm stewing in my own juices. This just chatting with another person, there's something about like bouncing off like another person. I can see why Joe Rogan has done this for so long. Like I can see like why it's kind of interesting, and it sounds ridiculous, but it makes me believe in like energy transfer or something. Like I don't know quite how to explain it, but it's there's definitely something where like my face and voice are gonna do things that they don't characteristically do if I'm bouncing things off with another person. It's sort of like there's like a different sort of energy. There's a different energy to it or life to it that's not in my typical little wheelhouse. And I think that's good to do. I feel like that's like a healthy thing. It seems like that's kind of true of like jiu-jitsu too. It seems like there's something about like you've got your typical routine and typical like way that you proceed through life, and then you mesh with this other person, and the other person puts you into some new like they put like a new spin on your ways of doing stuff. That they throw you some curveballs in some ways that make things different. So what's the point? No, that's my theory. My theory is that even if I can't get myself to do this regularly, I think that would be probably good for any human to do. Is just if in the future people have easier ways, if they have some little, I keep thinking like if you just have like a little drone that followed you around all day and just video yourself, just rather than watching like Joe Rogan. I usually when I work out, I've just watched the same Joe Rogan like 50 million times. Rather than watching the same 50 millionth repeat of the Joe Rogan episode, it would probably be beneficial to just watch like what I do and be like, hey, like it wasn't that bad, and then I could at least kind of like not be afraid of the unknown. But then maybe also just be like, oh, like when I did this one thing, it tended to make somebody happy. Or if I did this thing, it tended to make people sad, and just be like, oh, like maybe I should not do that thing that makes people sad more. and maybe I should do that thing that makes people happy more. I know it's like really like nerdy and weird, but like I guess I'm a nerdy, weird type of person, but I just think that would probably be like a good thing for anybody to do. What's the point, Sean? That's my theory. That's my theory. So, and I keep thinking like, is that like okay to do? Like, if I keep thinking like that's some weird like manipulative, subversive thing. But if it's not weird, like if there was like a legitimate, perfectly okay way to just chat with the person regularly and tell them like, can I record this? Can I like watch and see like, what did I do wrong? Like, what should I do different? And then just when I'm doing my workout, just kind of look at that and be like, oh, like it wasn't that bad, and like maybe I should like try to, you know, go off the cuff more next time or something. What's my point? I just think that would be good. I'd like to be able to do that. Now I don't know how to go about doing that, but if that's like okay to do, if there's a way to just do that without it being some like weird thing, I'd like to do that. I think it would be great to just overcome my fear of human engagement, to just be like, that's what happened. Anyway, I do other things that could be arguably a much greater waste of time. I don't know why this is any less of a thing. It's just a little unusual, but anyway. But if it's not unusual, dude, I'd love to fucking do that. So what's the point? So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna do my little workout, and I'm just I want to have this habit of like when I work out, I'm gonna watch myself doing any kind of like things with humans, and then at least the mystery of like, oh, I bet I was so awkward, at least that's gonna go away, and then I'll be like, oh, like it wasn't that bad. And that happens a lot. Like I'll do some engagement with a human, and I'll think like, oh, I made them so sad, they were so disgusted with me, and then I'll watch the video and I'm like, no, they seemed like they had a good time. It's weird. Like sometimes I might think things went down one way, but like they went down a different way. That would be great to do. I'd love to do that. Anyway, this is just a trial run though. So what's my thing? I'm just gonna awkwardly I'm just gonna work out and I'm gonna just watch. Like nobody's listening, right? But I keep thinking that like why is it weird to watch yourself and your own day? Like, but I know it's supposed to seem like narcissistic or like you're into yourself too much. But why is it less weird to just watch some other dude? Like why do I have to watch Joe Rogan every day and listen to this guy? Like why Joe Rogan, he's talking about things that have nothing to do with me. I can watch Joe Rogan forever. Like I don't learn anything that's useful for my life with Joe Rogan. If I watch myself, I can at least eliminate the unknown of like what happens, and just maybe I can like learn stuff and be like, oh, and at least the things that I'm talking about are things that I'm interested in. What's the point? I know that like the knee-jerk thing is like, that's weird, that's narcissistic. I know besides that, what exactly is bad about it? Like it seems like that could be like a really useful thing. If somebody watched their day, they could be like, oh, like I didn't even notice I did that. I should do something different next time. I don't see why I have to watch Joe Rogan every day. Anyway, but I'll watch Joe Rogan sometimes too. But no one else has to watch this. No one should watch this. This is very self-indulgent. But as far as I know, I'm not breaking any laws. Unfortunately, one of the chicken heads was first.
Wow.
You're in my dreams. I can feel you. It's a familiar feeling, which was lost through time.
Even more unfortunately, he needed his glasses to tell which one was first.
To find. Begin.
Fortunately, the eye doctor lent him a complimentary pair of reading glasses.
Unfortunately, the eyeglasses has no lenses.
Fortunately, he found the magic drop that cured his eyesight.
Oh, blinks tonight. Even more fortunately, it gave him laser vision.
Unfortunately, when he turned to look at the eye doctor, he cut him right in half. That's kind of good right there, that's right. Yeah, you could say something like, fortunately, not the Fantastic Four, who are they? The freaks? Who are the
X-Men.
The X-Men. Fortunately, the X-Men standing nearby to whisk him away into the invisible jet.
Give him a special visor.
Let's try one more of those. But just keep it as simple as possible. Keep it as simple. It's okay to be mundane and just do the next little thing. Evan, why don't you start this one? Just something neutral.
Okay. I was early for work today.
My boss was there when I got there.
Is that fortunately or unfortunately?
Fortunately.
Unfortunately, he was asleep.
Fortunately, that's the way I liked him best.
Unfortunately, he get very mad.
There's no strong scientific evidence linking fly zappers to an increased risk of cancer or brain effects in humans. Here's why. Type of radiation. Fly zappers primarily emit ultraviolet, UV.
Even more fortunately,
while
it was a
some
love
types
potion.
of UV radiation can be harmful, the type used in fly zappers is generally
We might be leaving the realm
considered safe for humans.
of the simple.
Limited exposure. The UV radiation emitted by fly zappers
Unfortunately, when he opened his eyes,
Human
he was looking at
is
the
usually brief and infrequent.
paperweight on his
Focus
desk.
on insects. Fly zappers are designed to kill
Fortunately,
insects, not
that
harm people.
paperweight
However, it's
was
important
given to him by Benjamin Franklin.
electromagnetic fields, EMFs,
Even more
while not
fortunately,
directly
it was worth
related to
millions
cancer,
of dollars.
fly zappers do generate weak electromagnetic fields. Some studies have
Unfortunately,
explored potential links between
you didn't know
long-term
that.
exposure to EMFs and certain health issues, but the research
Even
is
more unfortunately, he fell in love with it so hard that he never would have sold it
minimize
anyway.
exposure. If you're concerned, minimize your
Unfortunately,
proximity to the
it
zapper
broke
when
up
it's in
with him and broke
operation.
his heart.
Placement. Place the
Oh,
zapper
no.
away from areas where people spend significant time.
Not by a paperweight.
Yeah. Sad.
I was figuring that it's a siren sort of looking thing, but we never, we're not sure. So Sean, just to point out, you had a couple of fantastical offers. So
The potion got a little fantastic.
you got potion, and you got in the previous story too. You had what was it? Anyway, watch out for fantastical. It's easy to go fantastical, and it often or it almost always takes you to like takes you away from like sort of normal emotional people reactions of people kind of thing. You know what I mean?
It's not as relatable, yeah.
Not as relatable, yeah. So it can be fun sometimes, but yeah. All right. Sean likes to have some feedback here and there, so I give him a little bit of feedback. He's a good student. All right, let's do cash and credit. So I'm gonna start off with we only take cash and credit. and then Evan's gonna take my second as his first, and then fill in the blank on the second one. So do a new second one. So also when I take cash and credit, Evan would be like, we only take credit and food stamps. Michelle would be like, we only take food stamps and rubber stamps. And then Scott, you might be like, we only take rubber stamps and rubber tires. Right? So you take the previous person's second as your first, and then you create a new second.
Right? Rubber stamps doesn't have to turn into rubber tires. It could have turned into
those just happen to all be really close together.
Okay.
It's just whatever you're thinking or not thinking, and whatever you say the next one is fine. You also don't have to be clever. You can just say whatever the first thing comes to you. All right. We only take cash and credit.
We only take credit and praise.
We only take praise and jewelry.
We only take jewelry and footwear.
We only take footwear and Dr. Scholl's foot spray.
We only take Dr. Scholl's and foot massages.
We only take foot massages and rare socks.
We only take rare socks and decorative statuettes of liberty.
We only take decorative statuettes of liberty and historic propaganda pamphlets.
We only take historic propaganda pamphlets and and cries of freedom.
We only take cries of freedom and letters of apology.
We only take letters of apology and wistful nostalgia.
Okay, good. We're going to pause for a minute. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing, except now you have to change the verb each time. So instead of taking, it has to be something else. So it could be drinking or wearing or ironing or anything else at all. You also have the option to change the subject. You can make I or we. You could even optionally do like a prepositional phrase before you do the subject and verb. Okay. All right. So I'll start off. I only get stuck on my couch crying because of wistful nostalgia or Shirley MacLaine movies.
I only get hair advice from Shirley MacLaine movies and Rockwell Wells posters.
I only roll up Raquel Welch posters or cat hair from my couch.
I only make brushes out of cat hair from my couch or asparagus.
I only try to change the smell of my pee with asparagus and cod liver oil.
I only talk about cod liver oil and all the women who broke up with me because of the oil.
I only sue the women who broke up with me and the state senator.
Yes.
I only indicted the state senator and the district attorney of Washington, D.C.
I only sexed the district attorney of Washington, D.C. Sarah Palin.
I only laugh at Sarah Palin and her husky dog.
I only went to the Arctic with a husky dog and Barbarella.
My parents were Barbarella and a second-hand Maytag washing machine.
At auctions, I'm only the highest bidder on second-hand Maytag washing machines and jade jewelry.
I only wear jade jewelry and beehives.
I only get honey from beehives and Trader Joe's.
I do all of my dating at Trader Joe's and the Piedmont Funeral Home.
I only sleep at the Piedmont Funeral Home or in my 76 Cadillac with bench seat. Okay, that's kind of good there. Nice. Let's see what else we got tonight. Dude, what time are we looking at? Yeah, we're still looking okay end time. Are you guys all okay for 10 o'clock end time?
I might not make it. My bedtime is usually closer to 8 or 9. This is an experiment for me.
Okay, so what's the end time for you then, Scott?
When I start drooping, 9:30, I'll probably make it.
Ooh, all right, we better do one more warm up and then some scenes. I used to run this meeting until about 9:40. Lately it's been like 9:45. It's just. But then I realized that 10 o'clock's fine for me. So, and also on Meetup you have to pick a half hour. So it's either 9:30 or 10. I had to pick. So I remade them 10. So we'll let's do one more warm up and then we'll just do some scenes. And we'll see how it goes. All right, let's do Pass the Face. This is where you one of us will start with a line of dialogue, a character line of dialogue and an action. And thereafter, you try to copy the person right before you. Try to do exactly what they were doing. And you also have to, if their Zoom glitches a little bit, you have to incorporate that as, whatever you get from the previous person is what the new motion is, okay? What the new sound is. So, it can be anything at all.
So you're trying to duplicate them exactly?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're all a little bit different and we emphasize things a little bit differently, then it kind of morphs over time. You try not to, you don't want to change it on purpose. You don't want to add, you don't want to do anything original. You want to just use what the person before you gave you. I'm just going to do this. How about you, Scott? Why don't you do a bold line of dialogue and an action? And I'll copy you to start with.
Bold line of dialogue. And some kind of physical action.
Yeah.
He was a rootin' tootin' cowboy.
He was a rootin' tootin' cowboy.
He's 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 a rootin' tootin' cowboy.
That's it. Yeah. So yeah, the one thing that's allowed in that is just exaggerating slightly what you picked up from the previous person. So if you notice that, you kind of emphasize it a little bit, and then, but you're honoring them, but it's you're.
Got it.
Yeah, all right, so let's do some scenes. We just had our in-person jam on Sunday. It was really awesome. Scott was there, and that's why Scott showed up. He was going to check out Zoom and see if it was, see if it was half as good as in person. We have a normal schedule going forward, so all of our stuff is, all our events are on the meetup calendar. You can see it near the top of our webpage, oaktowнимprov.com. Also, thank you guys for donating. It's very much appreciated. You can see near the top of that page also for ways to donate. Let's start with maybe I should do this one on here. I don't think so. Let's start with just something. With just a couple of good inspirations. So let's have Scott and Emma, let's have you guys up first. Two-person scene, open scene. I'm going to just give you guys a couple of inspirations, or Sean and I will. So let's give them one character trait, an object.
Autistic. Object, maybe a Rubik's Cube.
Okay, so autistic, Rubik's Cube.
I'm already autistic, so it's hard to fake being who I already am.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorite inspirations for character.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Shaw? What are you going for in there? You're going for like high functioning.
Just totally retarded. Sorry.
No, let's not do that.
I'd rather just maybe stay out of the mental health category and get into
Or
it.
how about just very cold, very shivering cold?
That's better.
Well, I prefer I do prefer a psychological trait.
Oh, high strung, nervous.
Let's just go for high strung. So high strung is our character offer. Rubik's Cube. Let's go for a location. Let's go for what do you call the yeah, I have trouble finding my words tonight. What do you call the when you're done golfing and you go to the clubhouse? So where are they? Clubhouse, Rubik's Cube, high strung. Alright. Here you go. And you guys can use either or all of those or whatever. Guys, whatever you'd like to do.
Oh, it could be a challenge because I'm high strung. Okay.
Well, either one of you can be high strung, or both of you, or yeah, doesn't matter. Or just informed by it.
We make up names rather than use real names.
Yes, use fake names, made up names.
Bob, you're looking a bit high strung.
Yeah, I am looking a bit high strung, but I did score 49! But that means I have to do it again next week. It's too much pressure for me.
Holy cow! Are you drinking a lot of coffee? You seem like really energetic.
Yes, I think coffee grinds. I don't drink them, I eat them, and I think that makes me more alert when I play golf. I can see any hole coming around.
Wow! Well, might I suggest this Rubik's Cube as a relaxation technique?
Here I go. Done! I'm finished.
Oh my goodness. I'm out of Rubik's Cubes. What else I got for you here? A treadmill?
Oh, yes. Let me move this treadmill. I know you work here at the clubhouse, but you need to do a better job organizing things. But let me get on this treadmill, and I'm gonna do a work. Bye.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, luckily, you hooked this treadmill up to the clubhouse's electrical system, so if we can just keep you fed on coffee, we would have to pay a power bill.
Oh yeah, but I don't really want to be a hamster in a hamstery. I want to be free. I need to play golf and feel that grass, then jump in the pond to cool off. I gotta be free.
That makes a lot of sense. I think we could probably attach this treadmill to a golf cart and use it to power the golf cart's engine.
Oh, that's really good. Because then I can power it so I can go ahead and play more golf. Ooh, oh my God, I can feel the engine of the golf cart going right. Right.
Oh, wait, you're leaving the actual golf course. He's heading down the road to the town.
Stop him!
That was good. I couldn't manage high strung tonight. I'm past high strung. I'm glad you got it. Evan.
Yeah, Evan grabbed it and yeah.
Ran with it.
Exactly. Alright, me and Sean are up. You guys are gonna get a character trait, an object, and a location. It's kind of like Clue in reverse. Sort of.
Yeah. A candlestick.
Candlestick.
Methodical.
Methodical, nice. Location. You don't have to be
Middle of downtown as a golf cart comes screaming by.
Middle? Well, we'll leave off that last part, but...
Okay.
Middle of downtown.
Yeah.
We'll consider it, but... So, Scott...
Sure.
So, Scott, you stop your video for the moment.
Okay.
So that Sean and I are effectively on stage. So, candlestick, methodical, and middle of downtown. Listen, Mr. Mayor, I just... so we don't have any more of these golf court incidents. I really wanted to cross our T's and dot our I's on this next submission to the council.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, we better make sure everything's in order.
Good, I'm glad we're on the same page, Mr. Mayor. Since you seem to be in kind of a jovial mood, I'm gonna, mind if I finish the bread?
Bread? Let me just get a little piece right there. You can have the rest.
Oh, thank you. The heel, thanks. Yeah, the heel's not my favorite, but you are the mayor.
It's a good pumpernickel.
It is. It's pumpernickel's a little dense, but it's tasty.
I'm trying to get more iron in my diet.
I did not know that pumpernickel was high in iron.
Yeah, my wife says I'm in danger of becoming anemic.
Whew. Well, your policies are anything but, sir.
Gotta be tough, but fair for the people.
So, I'm curious, sir. What inspired you to invite me to a candlelight dinner?
Well, we gotta come up with a decision on this policy. Pronto.
Okay, so it was just a timing thing.
About that. I have these forms, and I just can't figure out yay or nay. I want to be fair with the people, but I want to be firm with the policy. I think I'm gonna throw a dart and see.
Here, don't throw any darts in here, sir.
Oh no, that's not a good thing. I like darts.
I know, sir, but we still have that one pending lawsuit that I think you're gonna win it, but let's not create another one.
Not good for the policy. Well, I'm thinking we should lean more towards in favor of the people. They've been left out of a lot of our policies lately, and I want to be more fair to the people. Plus, I have an election in 2 years, and I think the polls are a little down.
Well, just remember your platform, sir. Your platform is always be firm.
That's right. I think we should go firm.
Yes, I would stick firm, sir, and I think the people love you for it.
There's an old lady over there. She's violating the law. She's jaywalking. I think we should sick the hounds on her.
Okay, well, that's more than firm, sir. That's kind of like going out of your way. Jaywalking is not really high on the priority list.
Yeah, that's right.
I can call Officer Petty if you like.
Yeah, I think we better at least give her a stiff fine or something.
I'm not talking to her. Why don't I just go have a little chat with her?
Right, we could maybe give her a little pumpernickel bread since she was bummed out about that fine.
Well, I've only got a half a heel left, sir, with butter on it.
Ah, forget her. She doesn't deserve it. She's jaywalking. She's a criminal.
Sir, you're always swinging to the far end of the spectrum. I mean, firm doesn't mean, nickel and diming everybody.
Yeah, you think, I don't know, maybe we could just give her a warning. A firm warning.
Well, I already offered that, sir. You want me to make a call?
Yeah, we better call the sheriff or at least the police agent of some sort.
Really? I'm just gonna text him because I personally don't feel this is that important, sir.
This pumpernickel is great. Very high in iron.
Is it?
I can taste the iron. It's infusing my thyroid.
Well, sir, maybe you'll get your wish and become Iron Man.
Right. I can see it now. Mayor Iron Man. That's a firm name for a mayor.
Yeah, and your slogan could be firmer than ever.
I can see it now.
Oh, is that the curtain?
That's the curtain.
Oh, great.
That was just a fun scene with an eccentric mayor. All right, let's get Scott up again since.
Yeah, I'm fading too. I also walked like 6 miles before I got here at 8. So.
Oops. Okay.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Let's get you one more scene then, and then you can.
Okay.
At least. Sometimes some people come tired and they're surprised they do some of their best work because they don't have any filters.
Yeah.
All right, let's do Scott and Sean said you guys good. All right, let's just do more of the same. I like those inspirations for this round also. So let's do character trait, object, location. Actually, you know what? Let's switch to adjective noun. So one adjective, one noun. Like Silver Bells, for example. Just as like the title of a novel or a short story kind of thing. So like, let's go with the adjective. I'm going to go with foraging. What do you think, Evan, for the noun?
Foraging a windmill?
Okay, it doesn't make any sense, but you guys can make sense out of it. Foraging windmill.
I'm gonna try this emotion detector. Wow! It's a great windmill!
It's a great windmill?
It's very great and grand.
I wish it was still running though. I mean, ever since the fall of civilization, it seems like all of our wind generation plants have stopped working.
Oh, I know. It's so sad the way civilization has crumbled.
Yeah, and we've kind of been reduced to going through the rubble here.
Oh, look! There seems to be a hand sticking out of the rubble.
Oh, are they alive?
Oh my god, I think it's a zombie or something.
Oh, again? Didn't we deal with zombies last week?
I think we better smash it or something.
Well, I'm gonna have to scrounge up something somewhere. What's this over here at the base of the windmill?
It's another zombie! We better kill him!
Oh, your mic cut out there.
Hello?
Yep. I didn't hear you.
I gotta
smash! Yell a little louder over the zombie sounds.
That zombie! He's still squirming! I think it's dead. I think I killed the zombie.
Oh, goodness. Well, that lets us carry on with our foraging then.
I don't know. I'm so sad about the windmill. It used to be so great. Since the fall of civilization, it's just not as good as it used to be.
Yeah. It's kind of taking the wind out of my sails, that's for sure.
That's just scene right there. They're good. Really nice. Yeah, so a lot of microphones do that when you do a high voice, when you do a high pitched voice, and if it's loud, a lot of times the microphone will cut out. So that's common with a lot of.
Did it just totally go deaf?
Not totally, but like it started to.
One word was like gone, and then
Yeah.
I might have to order a new mic.
But only when you were like really loud and excited at the peak of it.
Yeah. Nice. God, I actually love that whole premise. Post-apocalyptic kind of thing.
Yeah.
Civilization, windmills,
Zombies.
foraging around. I could have done without the zombies, personally.
Yeah.
I'm not big on fantastic. It's one of my improv. Scott, we'll do improv tips at some point if you come back.
Yeah.
I wanted to just do a few tips so we kind of have
I'm interested in that.
One of them is stay away from the fantastic, most of the time, because once in a great while it's fun to do something like, do a zombie chase across the universe or something. But most of the time, keep them, normal and relatable, and like, it's so cool having you guys literally foraging through the rubble after the fall of civilization. I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah. I can see how the fantastic just opens up too many possibilities for the wire.
Yeah, there's too many outs. There's too many outs, you know, because
Right, I see.
as soon as you're back into the corner, you're like, do
I
a
can take my flying rug and get out of the situation.
Exactly.
Okay. Interesting. That makes sense.
Beat me out, Scotty.
Yeah. I can sit for one. I'll sit for one more, I think, and then I'm gonna go crash.
Let's sit for one more.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that case, why don't you do a scene? Why don't you do one more scene with me? Unless you want to.
I'm okay watching. I'm okay watching.
All right, so then me and Evan are due. Why don't you guys give us an adjective noun?
Sticky.
Picky.
Sticky car.
Sticky car?
Or sticky popsicle.
No, don't. I like sticky car. This doesn't have to fit together. Sticky car. I'm sorry, Bobby, but I waxed it too soon.
You know what? It's okay because I can sell a car that you get stuck when you're just opening it. It will be a novelty. People will love it.
Well, no, Bobby, you don't need to humor me. I know that I make mistakes, but I can take it.
Yes, I know you can take it, but I'm part of the used car community. You know, I'm wearing this cheap suit. I gotta keep up my reputation. People will say, "Woo, Bobby, he's the worst used cars man in the world because he gives you a sticky car." That's the reputation I'm trying to keep, Pete.
Okay, Bob, if you say so. I just was trying to give you something really nice as your Easter present.
Yes, I understand, Pete. You know, if you're my brother-in-law and you're trying really hard for the past 30 years to get on my good side.
I just want to be part of the family is all.
Yeah, it's your sister, darling. She'd have you sleep outside of our house, but she won't even let you come in and use the bathroom. It's not on my hands, you know.
Well, you also don't let me play poker on Saturday nights with the rest of the family and your church friends.
Because you still haven't know the difference between a king and a queen. You really don't know what it looks like. You mix them up all the time. You make the guys go mad.
What? I mean, a queen can move anywhere, right? And a king has to stay put?
Yes. But when I show you a queen, you said that's a king. When I show you a king, you said that's a queen. It seems like you can't identify it by sight. And I'm glad.
It just seems backwards. It seems like a king should have more power than a queen, doesn't it?
Yes, I understand. I admire how you think about gender that way. And you know, you're very flexible. You're fluid and your thinking is fluid about that. But still, you can't play poker like that.
No, it's just, what can I do? Is the sticky, I know the sticky car is not going to do it.
You know what? If you stay all night and make the 10 other cars on the lot sticky, you will win a special place in my heart, Pete.
Well, I think I got an idea or two.
Well, give me the first one, and I'll see if the second one will be good enough.
Well, you know, Willard Elementary over there with all the bubble gum stuck under the chairs and the tables, the desks?
Yes, I'm interested. Yes, tell me more.
Well, I'm thinking that stuff's still a little bit sticky.
You're a genius. We're going to get help by the third graders of America. Oh, yes. Do it. I'll even go there with you and collect all the bubble gum because, hey, you're not just my brother-in-law. Now you're my brother, and I have to help my brother out.
You're gonna go with me, Bobby?
Yes, please.
I'm starting to feel a little bit like family.
Yes, but if the police come, I'm keeping an eye out and I'm running away. I want to let you know I'll be the first. I won't even say, hey, I'll be gone.
I understand. I understand. I will take the fall as usual.
Ah, you're a good brother.
You call me brother.
Yes. Yes, brother.
I love you, Bobby.
I love you. Don't do anything to put the in-law in there, man.
That was the sweetest story. That was really sweet. Did I lose my mic? No, I'm still working.
You're still good. You know, sometimes you get a sweet one, or you get people working together or whatever. So you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. That poor brother-in-law. Yeah.
Sleeping on the porch. What is it? 30 years? 15 years? Something.
Oh my gosh.
30 years still not letting them indoors.
Dang. Yeah. I thought I was insecure. That's taking the cake. That's taking the cake.
It's my sister Darlene. My sister Darlene is not.
Oh well. Yeah, that Darlene. That's true. Yeah.
All right, Scott, you want to do
Yeah. No, I'm out. I'm starting to have to hold my head up now, so
All right,
I can see my eyelid drooping on the right there. That's when I know I'm starting to go.
That's a good Christopher Walken character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, good to see you, Scott. Thanks for
Right.
checking it out.
Yeah, and thank you all for having me, and glad I can come in. So thank you.
Yeah, no worries. See.
Bye bye.
All right, guys. I think you guys haven't gone together, right? Evan and Sean. All right, let me give you guys. What am I going to give you guys? I'm going to give you. My new favorite inspiration, which is one mystery, one mystery or oddity. Let's see. I'm gonna give you a location, object, and a mystery. So let's go with aircraft carrier. That's the location. Object is a beanbag. The mystery is why there are no darts in the dartboard. Or for the dart. There's no darts for the dartboard.
Well, shit. Why are there not any darn darts on the dartboard?
Theodore, the reason why there's no darts on the dartboard is we're trying to have a no dart policy.
I was really fond of them darts. They had little Playboy models on the back.
Oh yes, I miss that beautiful 1987 Miss March. You know, she's the Ides of March.
Oh, you know Miss 1987 Ides of March? I'm surprised.
Well, while I'm reading my medical books and all books I do, get the occasional Playboy magazine in between the pages.
Man, I can't believe they took away our Playboy darts. How do they expect us to have fun on this aircraft carrier?
Well, I know you're in the Naval Academy, but the question is not why it's gone, but where did it go? That's the question.
Yeah, I bet they couldn't have hidden it far. It's probably behind this couch, or maybe it's in this cabinet. Hey! Man, this is This is some other darts. This is some darts with some frogs on it or something. God damn it, I'm gonna write them a letter of complaint. How dare they take our Playboy darts?
Well, Theodore, let me take my cane and hit the ceiling. Look at all these Playboys falling down.
Hey, goddamn! You found it! High five.
High five.
Oh man, but Miss Eyes of March, she's all scuffed. She's got asbestos or something. I hate to see her in that kind of shape.
Oh yes. The reason why I hit him because there's insurance on it. So it had been gone for exactly 32 days. And 32 days is the insurance money's coming in.
God damn. We got insurance money? We're gonna be rich.
Yeah, yes, as rich as we could be with $55 and 68 cents, but we'll split it up both ways.
Oh man, I don't know if that's enough to get us off this ship. They're letting us off in Cancun. They have gambling there. We're gonna have to steal some money around here or something.
Theodore, I need you here as a partner. I thought we can hide more things for insurance money. This will be fun, right? We can have a good time together.
Yeah, I guess we could probably muster up a few dollars for these gold candles. Yeah, this will probably get us a little money in Cancun.
Oh, yes. You know, all I want is a little money to live, to stay on this boat with you, Theodore.
Your favorite movies are on YouTube.
Yeah, these
Enjoy
ducks,
the latest releases.
these ducks out on the water. They're
Get Paramount
I
Plus,
think they're aiming
Stars,
to take our
MGM Plus,
gold
and more.
coins and our gold candles.
Find your favorite
I
movies
think we
and
better.
TV on YouTube.
I think we better shoot these ducks.
Hey, Theodore, why are you always so concerned with other things? Look at me. I'm here. I'm your friend. You don't give me enough attention.
I'm sorry. I haven't been right to you. Let's dance the waltz.
Oh, thank you, Theodore. You know what I was thinking about. You know, I've been hiding things just so we can have this dance.
Dun, 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 dun.
I regret not bringing our little boy. I hope he's okay with the babysitter.
Oh, he's okay with her. I bet he's flirting with old Susanna because she's 1988 March. Eyes of March.
Yeah, if he takes after his dad, he's gonna be really happy with her.
Oh yes, he's going to be really happy with her. We might learn the number 2.
Oh no, I think perhaps I left the stove on, and that little boy might be burned alive. We better call him or something. Make sure he's okay.
Hey, he'll be okay. He's in the junior firefighters. Let's just keep dancing. You and me, Theo.
Yeah, he'll be fine. I'm sure he'll be perfectly alright.
Dun 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 dun.
Hey, those ducks are back.
Oh, that was nice. Night out on the Yuck Carrier. I don't think Beanbag came out, but
Oh yeah, I didn't think of
that's right. You're 2 out of 3. It seemed like you were crew members on an aircraft carrier, and then it seemed like you're having date night. Wait, but you're in the Naval Academy. So yeah, it could happen. You're in the Naval Academy having date night on the carrier. You have a kid at home with a sitter. So it's a good setup. A really good setup. Like, or maybe you have a kid in the barracks. There's a kid in the barracks. Like, they have a sitter. Yes.
The more I do this, I can sort of see the setting more.
Nice.
When I was a kid, I had a better imagination, and this is kind of bringing my imagination back a little.
Good, good, good. Very nice. Very nice. All right, I'm gonna throw a couple things in to kind of break up the break this thing up. So let's do a poem right now. Let's do like we're gonna do like a few poems right now before we do more scenes. All right, so let's go. Let me put the new order. This is the new order. Evan Ben Sean. Evan, you come up with the title. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, yes, I'm trying to. Okay. The title. Undecided.
Undecided is the title, right? So word, letter, line at a time. Boom. Undecided. I'm sure she's waiting for me at the altar.
And she'll be there till 3.
At least I hope she will.
Maybe I should flip another coin.
Maybe I should wait 5 more minutes.
Maybe I should look at my rabbit's foot again.
Maybe I should throw another dart.
Maybe I should burn a candle.
It's March 13th, the Ides of March.
And it's a Friday.
And she knew this was our special day.
Our special day. We love Julius Caesar.
And so we chose it for our wedding.
And we never looked back.
Well, just once.
And that was at the beginning.
And from then on, we set forth to make amends.
With all the bad things we had done, like stealing darts.
And lozenges.
And gold from the chandelier.
We're big Liberace fans too.
Want to see my boa? Oh my God. What a great poem. I'm just going to save that transcript now because that was good. All right. All right, let's try something. We'll just do that one poem because that was kind of long. Wow, it's really, yeah, good stuff. Let's break it up. Let's do a 1 3-person scene. The 3 of us. Okay? Chat, there it is. But let's make it a line at a time. Wait a minute. Let's make it a line at a time. You know, let's actually even try it in order. Let's try it in order. Maybe, do we need to try it in order?
That's okay by me. Whatever.
Let's try it in order. So once the first person speaks, then we stick in the same order we just went in. Alright, so let's do a mood and a location. So let's do like, actually, why don't I, Let me draw a card for inspiration. Ooh. Okay, what's somewhere? Somewhere with animals. Let's go with zoo since we heard that earlier. So let's go with zoo. And what's the mood? The mood is cautiously optimistic. Cautiously optimistic at the zoo. Okay? Or perhaps related to the zoo, whatever. I don't think the monkey's gonna live much longer.
Yeah, he's looking very sick.
You know, if he dies, that's just the way of life.
Poor monkey.
I've seen The Lion King, so I get it.
If he dies, then something else will grow in its place.
Enjoy the latest releases.
Maybe a palm
Our
tree.
lioness isn't designed to gather intel.
I don't think it works like that exactly, guys.
Lately, I've been getting really angry.
Get Paramount
I'm
Plus,
just trying to be
Stars, MGM Plus, and
optimistic,
more.
but optimistic in a way where I'm
Favorite movies on TV
tipping my toe in.
I think he's decomposing.
He was just running around a minute ago.
He has a pulse, but he's also decomposing.
Maybe we should try to resuscitate him.
No, he's half leaking into the soil.
I'm confused. He still has a heart. Wait, he's still.
Oh, he's very smelly. I think he's not in good shape for sure.
I think we need to cover him with this syrup.
Rest in peace. Oh, monkey, my friend, we love you so much. We hope delicious flies eat you.
Oh, we'll miss you, Muffy.
That IHOP syrup seems to be preserving his top.
Yes. It's a good decision to get IHOP instead of a Waffle House.
I definitely prefer IHOP over Waffle House for sure.
Yeah, they use more whipped cream.
The fact we're thinking about IHOP instead of the monkey means this is our way of breathing.
Do you think he understands our intention?
I think it's too late for that.
All he cares about is throwing poop at us.
He really has rancid feces.
Let's drown our sorrows in a strawberry waffle.
Oh, yes.
All right, nice. Let's see. I think me and Sean are up next. Me and Sean are up. So we'll do one more round, and then maybe we'll do another poem and see how it goes. All right. Inspirations for Sean and I. I think, let's do a little bit more with line at a time. Let's do a round of line at a time scenes. So line at a time. Yeah, let's do Yeah, let's stick with the mood and location for now. So we have a mood and location.
Oh yes. Sorry. A pickleball court and mood is dark and eerie.
Dark. Eerie. We'll go with eerie.
I'm gonna try to play a straight character and not do fantastical.
Pickleball court and eerie.
Oh, that's a good shot.
You stopped hitting them back. They'll hit.
A little slow on the uptake. Very well played.
You want to talk about it?
Not particularly.
You just don't seem like yourself.
Well, it's my wife.
Your wife? Hold on!
She wants a divorce.
You knew it.
She says, she's taking half. Can you believe that?
She does not deserve half.
I don't think she deserves a penny.
Oh, I love how she dresses up as Vampirella.
Done that Vampirella thing for so many years. If I have to give her any more money than she's already taken from me, it's just not going to be fair.
I agree.
I got a good lawyer on my defense, though.
Cranberry?
Yeah, that's the lawyer. He's excellent.
He's ruthless.
Just I don't know what prosecutor she's gonna have. She's very wily and cutthroat.
You know, Cranberry's gonna ask you about all your affairs.
I know. She's got photos.
Your wife has photos?
She's got all kinds of evidence. It's not gonna be good in court.
Not good for you, you mean?
I just hope she doesn't get half.
Quit hitting balls at me.
She's distracted, thinking about. I know she's gonna have the best prosecutor, and she's just gonna bring in that photo of the dog, and probably her grandmother.
She's not gonna make him Paris tonight, is she? And make me pee my pants again?
Enjoy the latest releases.
I wouldn't put it past her. There's nothing too low for her.
There's nothing.
She's inventive, I'll give her that.
This is a role you were born to play.
Yeah.
Get AMC Plus, Paramount Plus.
I think
Max,
I have some
and
evidence
more.
on her though.
Find your favorite movies and TV on YouTube.
Is this really where you want to go?
Well, I gotta make a move. I mean, I gotta be ruthless. My attorney says, I should maybe go for the jugular.
Maybe you should play on the jury's sympathies with him.
That might be a wise decision. Well played.
I'm sorry?
You're getting a better right hand.
Thank you.
I'm gonna buy you a ice cream. This ice cream boy over here. You like cherry or lemon?
I'm having a flashback of 3rd grade with you, Dylan.
You liked ice cream. I think you liked lemon.
Dead right. As always.
2 lemons, please. There you go.
Thank you.
I got a little comic in mind.
Oh. I was wondering what that was.
Just like childhood.
I got Bazooka Joe.
I got a Garbage Pail Kid.
When's your hearing?
Day after tomorrow.
We'll be alright then, huh?
Yeah. If she takes custody of the kid, that would actually be a good thing.
I think you should cry in the courtroom.
You think that would go over well?
I think so.
Yeah, I took some acting classes. I think I can remember how to manufacture some convincing tears. Man, if she gets the dog though, that's gonna be more than I can stand. As long as I get custody of the dog, I'll be fine.
Just pretend the dog ran off.
Hey, I never thought of that. I did it. I know fantastical, and I avoided any out of left field stuff.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine, right? It's perfectly fine. Like, it's a funny situation, like where you're trying to play pickleball, mind's not really on it. Your wife's trying to take half, doesn't deserve it. You're a really nice guy.
Isn't it too boring a scene though if you just play the straight character the whole time without any curveballs?
I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't. It depends, and I wouldn't worry about it. Just because you're playing a straight person doesn't mean you don't say something without thinking once in a while, or interpret something in a different way once in a while. You know what I mean? Like there's still room in there to, But for me, the most interesting thing is it's just a good character, who has just odd fixations on things. But it's nice to actually have just a nice scene once in a while too. It's a good. It doesn't all have to be comedy. If you let it go longer, or if you're doing a set and you have another scene or two, it might change, and you know what I mean.
It definitely seems to be helpful to keep the character consistent the whole time. I mean, it's easier to just kind of think like, what would this character say from after a certain point.
Exactly, yeah. Alright, so now it's me and Evan up. There was an odd thing in there, by the way, Sean. Your wife likes to dress up like Vampirella.
Yeah, that was... But I didn't say that. You said that, right?
No, I did. And so I used it a couple of times, but... actually, you had a good line related to it also, so... You know what I mean? It's kind of a funny little side story, like... Maybe we could have added one more thing or something to it, just to kind of like... Make it seem like we were afraid of her or something showing up. We should have been a little more afraid of her showing up at the lobby at the court. She likes to honk the pickleball court or something, just for that. She's trying to get Section 8 from the divorce or something. Alright, Sean, give us a...
Your favorite TV shows are on YouTube. Enjoy the latest.
Give us a mood and a, what are we doing? Forget, mood and a...
Stars.
We're still doing mood and location. Yeah, mood and location. Line at a time.
And TV on YouTube.
And you remember, line at a time.
Location could be the beach at night, and the mood could be scary.
Okay, we just had pickleball at night and Erie.
How about
let's do beach.
The beach, and the mood is jovial, kid friendly.
Jovial, kid-friendly beach. Well, thank you so much, Bonzo the Clown, for showing up at my kid's birthday party.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad you invited me.
Well, Bonzo, you came so highly rated on Yelp.
Oh, yes. I only had 2 kids that died.
2 kids that died? Well, out of the almost 500,000 kids that you've done a party for, I'd say that's really good odds.
You're funny. Oh, I only had 10 kids. This is my 2nd birthday party.
It is? Am I confusing you with some other clown?
Oh no, there's more than one Bonzo. I'm always the Bonzo when the other one's called and sick.
Oh, you're the Bonzo backup. Oh, if you've lost 2...
Ooh, seems like something's making you laugh.
I just realized that I was talking too much.
No such thing in Bonzo backup land.
Well, it seems you've lost 20% of your children.
When you're Bonzo, math doesn't apply to you.
You mean when you're Bonzo backup?
Exactly. B squared.
I feel like the wind has gone out of my sails, Bonzo.
Oh, well, I'm glad I'm not going to be entertaining the kids on a cell phone.
Oh, clever.
I have something that they call chloroform. I might entertain you with it first.
Where's the real Bonzo today?
Well, you hear that scream coming from my trunk?
You're fired from this birthday party on the beach, Bonzo.
Oh, you can take this elsewhere. Plenty of you in my trunk.
Bonzo backup. Another really good premise. The backup for the best clown in the something.
Yeah, the backup is the opposite. He's a serial killer.
I totally forgot it was light of time until like halfway through it, I think.
Yeah, I tried and I was.
You guys are up. Location is a helipad at hospital.
Find your favorite.
Actually, let's just say helipad. You guys can figure out. So helipad,
and more.
and the mood is biting. The helipad.
Hey! Look at that helicopter?
Yeah. This is the first helicopter we've seen in over 30 years, Tommy.
Oh, it's such a shame that that German Shepherd he's biting at the hole on the bottom. That's a perfectly good helicopter. The boss is not going to be happy with that.
I know. The helipad at a dogfight is not always so good.
Oh, do you think we're gonna get busted like Michael Vick?
You got to be optimistic, Tommy.
Oh God, he's getting kind of close to the blades. He might get chopped up or something.
I trained Lawrence. He knows better.
Oh, all right. Yeah. It seems to be perfectly fine. Hey! You stop biting that helicopter! That's a very expensive helicopter. He's really gonna fuck it up.
I like to stay optimistic. Dogs and helicopters has always been a dream of mine.
You like dogs and helicopters too, huh? I'm partial to helicopters. I'm getting used to the dogs.
We made a beautiful friendship. I'm so glad we got a job at the helipad dog fighting ring.
And I never thought I'd get a job after my court case. They told me I'd never work again in this town. But I appreciate your help. It's very nice of you.
You're here now.
Oh, look at that dog. He can do a backflip.
Lawrence, my pride and joy.
Yeah. Oh God. He's shitting all over the helipad. The boss is going to be upset about that. I better mop it up or something. Jesus, he can really...
I trained him to do that too.
Hey, you stop shitting on that pillow. God, he's really taking a long crap. Man, what are we feeding him?
Let the dog shit.
Yeah, he deserves it. He's a good dog. He's gotta chase off the cats and stuff. He must be very tired.
I'm very proud of his digestive system.
Oh, look at that! He caught a cat. He's got a cat in his mouth.
He's a jack of all trades.
Insane. That's a great setup. Dog fight on the helipad. Using the helipad tonight. Let's do a dog fight up there.
Voice is hard on the throat after a while.
Yeah. You do have to pick a sustainable character voice. I learned that. I used to have crazy characters, and they weren't always that sustainable. And you just turn them down a little bit so that you try to keep as much as you can and still be able to go on with it. All right, guys. Round of applause for all the scenes tonight. Really, it's really nice setups. Like environments, locations to kind of situations to kind of start with. What do you say we do at least one more poem to finish it off? Sean, why don't you do a title? Oh, actually, we actually sort of changed our order inadvertently. So let me fix that. Make it official.
Welcome to the 10th annual Hunger
So, Sean Ben Evan. All right, so Sean, start us off with the title. Actually, that puts me second again. Oh well, screw it. Doesn't matter.
Find your favorite movies
Rat
on
in the
TV
Hat.
on YouTube.
Right now. Rats are such copycats.
Rats always think they're original.
Bats are fresher.
But they have less wisdom.
But they make it all up and bite.
They suck blood on occasion.
But it's usually mosquitoes.
They have such a love of blood.
You just can't stay away from it.
This is my new favorite channel.
Rats Tonight is a great channel.
It's rated R.
R for rats with wings.
What a beautiful sight.
It's one that will be remembered forever.
But I must bid you good night.
RNN, Rats News Network. I hope that doesn't get sucked up.
Ted Turner is greedy.
But this is going to be a real head turner and won't be needy.
Such a fantastic entertainment experience.
It should be rated X.
X for excellent.
X for exposition.
X for Xavier.
X for exciting.
X for X-Ray Charles.
X for extra mayonnaise.
Speaking of which,
extra Thousand Island sauce too.
For the salad with the croutons.
Discover even more YouTube at
what better to watch bats with?
Yes, it has echolocation
and sonar.
Oh man.
Sayonara.
Adios.
Arrivederci.
And don't be verbose. That's like a poem out of Wacky Wednesday or Catcher in the Rye or something. That's crazy. All right, you guys, let's call it good there. That was an epic. That was an epic stream of lowbrow consciousness. It was beautiful. All right, good to see you guys.
Thanks, you guys.
Bye. See you soon.
could throw our stuff in the car and just leave. Hit the highway and just keep driving. Find the sails that we've been hiding.
there's going to be things in your life that you don't have control over. Over a mission or over a project that you don't feel like you have any input at all, then I've taken too much ownership. As far as an individual person, there's going to be things in your life that you don't have control over. And one of the early questions that I got asked about this, like for instance, someone gets a terrible disease, and or their kids gets a terrible disease, a random disease that's through no fault of anyone. The kid gets sick or the person gets sick. And no, there's nothing you can do about that. What you can take ownership, though, is how you respond to that situation. And so that's what you have to do. There's things that you can control. There's things you can't control. Now, I will tell you that human beings can control a lot more than they think they can. And oftentimes it's pretty easy just to say, oh, that's not me. That's not on me. And I think that's the whole genesis of the idea of extreme ownership is most of the time, or much of the time, people say that's not my fault. There's nothing I can do about that. And more often than people think, there is something you can do about it. And it is your fault.
I find it interesting to think about it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility as well, and how that sits in amongst this. My concern with it is, don't get me wrong, I find it interesting to think about it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility as well, and how that sits in amongst this. My concern with it is, don't get me wrong, I think that right now, the vast majority of people need to take more responsibility. I think that it is a great counter to a victim mindset. I think that it helps people with agency and sovereignty. I can see elements in my life, though, of times when I've blamed myself for things which I'm in no way even remotely associated with. So, for instance, let's say that I'm doing a podcast with someone, or I'm doing a live event, right, and I'm facilitating some discussion, and I ask a question, and the guest fluffs the response, like gives a poor response. A lot of the time, the first place that I would go is, that was on me. Somehow I should have asked a better question. And even if I'd asked the absolute perfect question, and you could roll that forward into a relationship, that you're in a relationship with a bad partner, or something occurs. I'm trying to find that line of how people can balance it so that they don't end up putting so much pressure and weight on them that it crushes them.
Yeah. Well, here's two examples of what you're talking about. You mentioned one, relationship. Another one is just if you're working for me. So if you're working for me and you don't show up on time, or you're not professional when you're conducting your briefs, I need to say something to you. And I need to take ownership of the fact that I haven't made it clear that, hey, you need to show up on time, and hey, you need to be more professional, and hey, you need to wear the right uniform or dress the part. I need to take ownership of it. And maybe if I do, and I talk to you and we discuss why it's important, and you say, oh yeah, I really didn't think about that, and you change your ways and you get on board and you start showing up on time, you start acting more professional, straight, and you solve the problem. There's also a chance that you're late again, or you show up, with booze on your breath or whatever. We're meeting with a client, and I say, hey, Chris, you can do this. Look, I'm serious. You cannot act this way. This reflects bad on all of us. And I might even say, listen, if you keep this up, you're not even gonna be working here today. I'm gonna have to get rid of you. You say, no, I love working with you. It's gonna be great. I won't do it again. And maybe that solves the problem. Or you're late again, and you continue to act unprofessionally, and then I'm gonna get rid of you. I'm gonna say, hey, Chris, look, I talked to you. I tried to explain this to you, and at a certain point, this job isn't for you. So that can happen. And I have to take ownership of the fact that you are actually not capable of doing this job that I've asked you. So that's fine. Same thing can happen in a relationship, right? Look, if you're in a relationship with someone and you're bickering about where we're going to go for dinner, or you came home late from work and all you do is, well, I've been working all day. You should respect the fact that I've been working all day. Like that's actually on you. That's actually on you. And you can make adjustments to that. Now, can you get to a point in a relationship where the other person is not a good fit for you? And at some point you say, you know what? I've made these adjustments. I've come home, on time. I've texted you when I was going to be late. and these other things are coming up, and you say, you know what, I don't think this is working, and I don't think this is a good relationship. So at a certain point, you say, okay, I've made the adjustments that I can make, and I have to take ownership of the fact that we're not a good match. So yeah, there's plenty of times where taking ownership means actually solving the problem, not continuing to pour the problem down your neck every night, because that's not very helpful to anybody. So yes, at a certain point, you have to make adjustments and you have to move forward.
There's a lot of similarities, I think, between your personal philosophy and Jordan Peterson's. I know you've spoken to him a couple of times. What have you learned from him?
Well, the most interesting thing that I learned from Jordan Peterson, and I mentioned this the first time he came on my podcast, was that he's a trained academic that studied this stuff his whole life, and we came to a lot of the same conclusions about things. I just came to those conclusions through living and the experiences that I had, and he came to them through studying this stuff in a very rigorous way. And the cool thing is, luckily for me, I had written books that sort of predated.
I got there first.
Yeah,
I got there first.
It wasn't that I got there first, but I mean, these are the thoughts that I had. I mean, Discipline Equals Freedom. That book came out, I think, before Jordan Peterson was on the scene. It's the book Extreme Ownership, which is about taking personal responsibility. Well, it's about taking responsibility, and you can definitely apply it to personal responsibility. So, luckily for me, those books kind of predated Jordan Peterson coming onto the scene and doing everything that he did. But again, it's not like I created any of those things. It's not like I created it before he created it. It's not like he created it before other philosophers had figured these things out. So I'd say that the most interesting thing about Jordan Peterson that I found, and I think it was pretty interesting to him too, was the fact that we both had kind of come to the same conclusions, and we had lived very different lives. I mean, I'm sure there's more disparate lives that we could live, but they're pretty different lives. And that was a very interesting thing, and it made me feel like, well, it made me feel good about the fact that the things that I had figured out were in line with things that he had figured out, and that means maybe there's a little bit more strength and universality to these things that I believed, which felt pretty good.
I'm going to pause there. Do you want to go and see if there's someone stealing things outside?
If there's someone stealing things, can you let me know?
Looks like they're bringing things in. That's the opposite. It's nice to know or to think that something that's been proven in the field of battle or in the field of play is backed up in academia, right? That someone can go through the annals of philosophy history and come to a similar conclusion as you.
Yeah, absolutely. And this stuff that I say is in the Bible, the stuff that I say is in Stoicism, and Jordan Peterson, says the stuff that I say, or I say the stuff that he says. Again, I'm not trying to compete with Jordan Peterson on any level, especially some kind of an intellectual level, but we have similar thoughts about things, and that predated either one of us knowing who each other were. So I think that's pretty cool.
Why do you think people are drawn to advice that's telling them to do hard things? Kind of seems counterintuitive.
Why do I think people are drawn to advice telling them to do hard things? Because I think any person, any human realizes that if you want some kind of a good outcome, you're going to have to work hard for it. And if you don't work hard for something, you're not going to get an outcome that's really worth much.
Well, that is the thing that separates the achievements on the other side of it, right? If it was easy, everyone would do it. If it was easy, everyone would achieve it. So this is one of the things that I try and rely on when training's been getting hard. So I ruptured my Achilles a couple of years ago. That sucked. I wouldn't advise it as an injury, generally.
Yeah, and it's like a random... A lot of times people just do it, getting out of their car or something.
I was playing cricket.
Yeah,
the most British way to snap an Achilles.
That's a very British way to snap your Achilles, for sure.
H. Q.
During the rehab for that, it's pretty
L.
just uncomfortable. It's endless calf raises, right? Which
H.
And
T.
the discomfort that you feel and the pain, the fear of it re-rupturing, which is the number one thing you don't want it to have happen. The thing that I went back to in my mind was, this is why I'm here. The discomfort that I was feeling, the effort, the pain, the sweat. Thankfully, this was during COVID, so it meant that if I had to do a workout every single morning for half an hour on just my carbs, it's like, what else are you doing? Right, there's a pandemic going on. This is why you're here, was the reminder. It's like, look, this is the reason why the re-rupture rate is 5 to 10%, because people don't want to do this thing. People don't want to do the thing because it hurts, because it takes half an hour every single day for nearly 12 months. It's a full 12-month recovery. That's why. This is why you're here. And I think that you're right. I think that the selection is people deep down know that picking up heavy things physically, psychologically, existentially, culturally is good for us. And I think that that's why it's attractive.
I agree.
Another thing that I think is that it's one of the reasons why people can become a little bit triggered. They can become a little bit uncomfortable when they see somebody else that's got a lot of discipline. Because I think deep down they know that if they had that thing, that would fix a lot of the problems that they have in their life. Is this a dynamic that you've seen?
I'm sure that's a bummer for someone to look at someone else that's working really hard and achieving some positive things, and they know that they're not maybe working as hard as they could be, and they're not really achieving what they want to achieve. I'm sure that stings a little bit.
Another thing that Jordan said recently is that the problem with Twitter is that the price of being a prick has fallen to zero. I feel like you'd agree with that as well.
Yeah, I guess I'd agree with that. You're gonna spend a bunch of time on Twitter. You're gonna run into a bunch of people that don't like you, and they're gonna say it, and there's nothing you can do about it. So,
and the ability for people's words and the consequences of those words to become detached as well is something that's only pretty recent. I mean, I guess you could have sent a mean telegram 100 years ago.
Yeah. I would recommend that you don't let random bots or people on Twitter bother you that much. That's my recommendation. I would recommend you to. The first time I kind of experienced that, it was when I was on Rogan for the first time, and the YouTube video came out, and I sat there with my oldest daughter, who was probably maybe 14 or 15 at the time, and I sat there and read these heinous comments about me and laughed. I mean, it was kind of, some were pretty good. It was kind of funny. So, yeah, I'm not getting bothered by somebody that wants to talk smack about me for whatever on Twitter. And also, there's probably some truth to whatever they're saying. They say I'm a big knuckle dragger. Yeah, probably right. They say I'm an idiot. Yeah, there's definitely some of that. What else?
Do you swear much? I don't think I've ever heard you swear.
I don't swear a ton. And look, there's a term we have in America. I don't know if you have this in England, but swear like a sailor, meaning people in the Navy swear a lot.
Yep.
And certainly when I was in the SEAL teams, I probably swore every 5th to 7th word that came out of my mouth, especially talking to a SEAL platoon about something. But no, I don't swear a ton. I mean, if you listen to my podcast all the time, you'll see that when there's an appropriate time to swear, then I will. But even it's interesting. If you swear all the time, it kind of loses its impact. And so when I do swear on the podcast, people usually say, "Oh, this is an important thing," or this is obviously very very powerful emotion that he's feeling around because he just said a swear word. So, yeah, but I don't swear a ton when even when I was in the SEAL teams, I'd come home at night and wouldn't swear. I don't swear in front of my wife, and I wouldn't swear in front of my kids. So I would just turn it off, and that's that.
It's like when you hear Sam Harris swear. If you ever hear him do it, it's sprinkled very infrequently, but when it happens,
it's an attention getter.
Yeah. I have a friend, Daniel Sloss, comedian, and Scottish. So that combined is like a multiplying force. And I actually think that he probably uses more swear words than actual words. That Salt Bay guy, it's kind of like that, but just throughout every single sentence. Deprogramming it, I think, is important. It's something that I've really tried to work on. Just being a working class lad from the UK it's part and parcel of the language, perhaps, as being in the SEALs. Listening back and especially hearing yourself speak a lot, which you've done over the last 6-7 years or whatever. I don't know, there's something about it that I would rather save it for the times when I need it.
Yeah, and there is, if you're doing something like where people are going to listen to it sort of detached from the moment that you're living in, then it's different as well. So it doesn't have this, it doesn't come across the same. And you and I having a conversation over lunch, talking about whatever, that's different. And you know, those words are a little bit more fitting in those situations. But
or if you're watching the UFC.
Yeah, if you're watching the UFC. But yeah, I look, I don't really. If people swear, it's not like a huge concern of mine. I don't really care that much. But maybe you could improve your vocabulary a little bit and use
to not always rely on the same 5 swear words.
Yeah. But some people use them well, and they're hilarious when they use them.
Daniel uses his spectacularly. Yeah, I would say he's probably got a black belt in swearing.
Right on.
I want to revisit your good video. For the people that haven't seen it, it's a 2-minute long edit that was released 7 years ago on your YouTube channel, and it's got nearly 10 million plays or something now. And in it, you're encouraging people to respond to setbacks and things that don't go well by saying good, by leaning into the discomfort, by seeing it as an opportunity. Was there anything you think that people misinterpreted about that video or about good generally as a concept?
Look, if you take any idea and you take it to an extreme, then that idea is going to become bad. I mean, even the idea of extreme ownership. If you take it to an extreme where you're, as you pointed out earlier, you're blaming yourself because your daughter got a disease, or you're blaming yourself because your husband is abusing you. Like, there's a point where you think anything goes too far. And, well, you know, I mean, there's some pretty good memes about that on the internet. Yeah, there's some good memes.
Nobody's out there, right? Good. Dude, it's just for the record, it's really weird. It's really weird to it's really weird to watch. It's really weird for me to watch myself in an improv acting class and then watch myself talking as like myself to some people and then do this. It's really weird. It's really weird. What do you mean, Sean? I don't know, I could be wrong, but I feel like I say this all the time. I feel like there's no like real you. There's just habits. There's habits, and to some degree like everything is physical, and the things that you do in relation to somebody else might be different from the things that you do in some other context. It's weird. Like if you just thought like everything that you're doing everything you're doing is basically a physical action, like all of your words and all of your facial expressions, it's basically a physical action. And so if somebody was doing a bunch of physical actions in their room, that would be very different than doing physical actions in concert with another person. Like if you did jujitsu, if you just did jujitsu in your room in the air, that would be very different from doing jujitsu against a person, because the person is going to do different stuff that you're going to have to like respond with, and they might not let you do the things that you would normally do. And so I don't know if I think like, what's the real you? Is the real you the you with that person, or with the other person that you can be, who lets you do more stuff, or the you that you're when you're by yourself? What's the point, Sean? My general theory is that, like, this is my working theory, is that even if there is a you, if you had some sort of artificial way to get yourself to do some stuff that was better, like if, let's say that you were really annoying and you had some little artificial device that said, hey, like, when you do that thing that you normally pisses people off, don't do that. And so if you just said, oh, but that's me, then you, well, if you have some device that stops you from doing that, or does something else instead of what you normally do, wouldn't you just be like, who cares what's you? Like, if you could just get yourself to do stuff that's not you, and that was better, I'll take the not me stuff. What's your point, Sean? I just think I don't know. I think if I ask, nobody cares, just the record, if I ask ChatGPT, it says there's no soul. And then I just think, like, even if there is a soul, like I said, like, even if there is a soul, if you did a bunch of like, if you read a bunch of things off a cue card, and those things were, like, more fun than being you, and if they were more fun than being yourself, and then if they potentially caused a better reaction than other people, I'll take the not me sometimes. What's your point, Sean? That's my general idea. It's just like, it doesn't seem like there's evidence for, like, there being, like, a you. It just seems like it's all physical stuff, and then it seems like even if there was a you, if you just said that, Sean, I know, it's just fucking weird. Anyway, I'm just tripping out. It's a Saturday night and it's pretty late. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, and so anyway, fuck it. Okay, so I'm just doing this improv acting thing. I just basically want to commit. I want to commit to whatever the world is nudging me to say. So I'm gonna, and actually I want to do characters first. So I'm gonna do I have a male character and a female character for a character acting piece. One sentence for each of them describing them. Just really simple.
Certainly. Here are 2 simple sentences describing a male and female character. He, a gruff old fisherman with weathered hands and a mischievous glint in his eye. She, a vibrant young artist with a wild mane of fiery red hair and a soul full of dreams. I hope this helps. Let me know if you'd like more options or something different.
I'm a gruff old fisherman with the weathered hands and I have a mischievous glint in my eye. Man, I've done a lot of bad things. I've been to a lot of whore houses, and man, I beat a whore up. And I got her blood all over my hands. Isn't that awful? Oh my god, I'm a vibrant young artist with a wild mane of fiery red hair and a soul full of dreams. I dream of being a whore. I want to be a whore. I've always wanted to be a prostitute, but sometimes I feel like I'm not pretty enough to be a prostitute. I think you'll be pretty enough to be a prostitute. Really? You think so? I don't know, do you really think that I'll be happy? Do you think that I'll be happy as a prostitute? It seems like it's kind of a risky endeavor. I think you'll be the best prostitute of all times. But I have to let you know that I really like beating whores. I really like beating whores with my hands, and man, I feel bad. I've beaten a lot of whores in my life. Their blood remains on my hands, and my hands are scarred from the impact of their sharp, high cheekbones on my hands. Man, I just think about those whores and all of their sad faces as I brutally beat them in the face. I feel so guilty for it sometimes. Oh, you've beaten up a lot of whores? You're a terrible person. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you up. Oh man, I've changed my ways. I'm not gonna beat up any more whores anymore. You're a beautiful woman, although your hair is a little weird. Why can't you have some normal hair? Are you some sort of weird California person or something? I am from California. I'm from Hollywood. and you're a fucking asshole, and hey, look at that. You have a very big penis. Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god, your penis is just crazy big. Man, it's not as big as it used to be. I got in a fist fight one time, and this man, he broke a bottle over my penis, and my penis has shriveled up to about half the size of its original length. Oh my god, oh my god. Well, I can give you a blowjob, and then maybe your penis will grow much larger. Oh god, I can't ask you for that. I'm trying to be less misogynistic, but I don't know. Perhaps one. Man, I don't know. I don't know if I can. Yeah, fuck it. You give me a blowjob right now. I expect a blowjob pronto. God damn it. On your knees, give me a blowjob. Okay, great. I'll give you a blowjob. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. Your cum, it tastes very old. You have very old tasting cum. Oh, oh. Man, I know my cum is very old and it's like powdered milk. God damn it. Oh, hey, look at that. You have a sister. How's your sister doing? Oh, you don't like my sister. I want you to like me. Can't you pay attention to me? What's wrong with me? Don't you like my pretty red hair? God damn it. I want a blowjob from your sister, god damn it. Okay, she's underage. She's underage. I don't want to force her to do it. She's an underage girl. Oh, hey, do you want to give him a blowjob? No, I can't do that. I'm not a girl. I'm a guy. And it's not my sister. It's my little brother. You don't want a blowjob from him. He gives terrible blowjobs. I know. He eats my muff on a regular basis. God damn it! I want a fucking blowjob from your little brother. Okay, no problem. You heard the man. Proceed to give a blowjob to the weird man. I don't want to give a blowjob to the weird man. I'm gonna be scarred forever. I'm gonna be very traumatized. Oh my god, his penis is secreting powdered milk. I just can't. I can't be involved in this, please. I have to go home. Mom, I have to go home. I feel dirty. God damn it! You're not going anywhere. God damn it! Until you proceed with the blowjob. Okay. Hey. Oh, hey, I lopped off your old penis. Gotta go. Oh God, he lopped off my penis. I had a penis that was half the size of its previous length, but now it's lopped off. Now I have no penis. Oh God, my mom in heaven. She must be. Oh my God. Hey, it's Mom up there in heaven. Hey, how's it going? Oh, you had your penis lopped off. That's not so good. Not so good at all. God, look at all the blood. I'm so ashamed of you. You shouldn't have asked for a blowjob from that little kid. Ah, damn it. I like getting blowjobs from little kids. It reminds me of my youth. Hey, Mom, I haven't seen you in so long. You're back from heaven. Oh my God. No, I'm not back. I'm just here to temporarily see you with your lopped off penis. I'm so sorry for you. I failed as a mother. Oh my God. I don't know what I did wrong. I should go to hell. I should probably just go to hell. You should go to hell. You should go to hell. I should go to hell. Just cast me away to hell. You are cast away to fucking hell. Go to fucking hell, you fucking son of a bitch. Oh God, what a world. Bye, son. See you later. Bye, Mom. I'm sorry, I'll never see you again. No, you'll see her very soon, because you're going to hell too for asking for a blowjob from a little boy. Get the fucking hell. Okay, hey Mom, I'm going to join you sooner than I expected. Oh my God, we're going to be together in hell. Yeah, you can rape me like you used to do. You raped me when I was a kid, and you can rape me in hell. Alright, I'll rape you in hell. Bend over and proceed to let me rape you. Alright, hey, just like childhood. So he bends over and he lets his mom rape him in hell. And he gets raped happily ever after. Yay! What a great story. Next. What's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is don't ask for blowjobs from little kids, or you might go to hell with your mother. Yeah, that's a good story. Thanks. Alright. All right. So what did I learn? Well, I like this little habit. Is what I should do. What I want to do is I'm going to write this down. I want to do improv acting. I want to do improv solo. I'm going to do improv solo. I want to use. Actually, we'll just say improv. Multi filter and then no filter. Okay, so that's what I want to do. Now, another thing I want to do is when I do my workout, I want to watch my improv show, and then I want to note down some things to try next time. And something I want to try next time is I want to push the pose. So I'm not going to do that necessarily in this one, but in my next improv, I want to push the pose. What does push the pose mean? Push the pose basically means like if there's some extreme emotion or if it's ridiculous, go like further. Go further than you think you should go. All right, we'll do that next time. Okay, so what are we doing? Okay, so for this one, basically, I just want to commit to whatever the world is nudging me to say. And I think if I do the multi-character one, that one can be like sick and twisted. But then the no filter one should be like, don't do misogyny, ageism, homophobia, fat shaming. Don't do really nasty stuff. Yeah, I think that's a good. Try to do like a filter one where anything goes, and then try to do a no filter one where it's like not awful, not too classless. Okay. All right, ready? What's my motivation? I don't work with children or animals. Water. I need water. Okay. Hold on. I gotta get my emotion detector to work. All right. All right. So my goal is to basically. My goal is to go fuck yourself. No. My goal is to just commit. I want to register emotions, and I just want to commit to whatever the world is. Commit to whatever the world is nudging me to say, but avoid fat shaming, homophobia, sexism, racism, and don't say blowjobs. All right, no blowjobs, no racism, no homophobia, no fat shaming. All right, ready? I farted. Ready? Action. Hey, Jones, or Jamie, how are you doing? Not good. They're tearing down all the rainforests. It's terrible. I'm an environmentalist. I love panda bears, and they're chopping up the panda bears. Oh, hey, look. There's a mama panda bear. She's about to give birth. Oh, God. There's all sorts of fluid. Oh, God. There's all sorts of, like, white fluid and female panda cum all over the place. Oh, God. Oh, I think I'm going to throw up. That's the most disgusting little baby panda I've ever seen. Fuck you! I work for the World Wildlife Federation, and I specialize in delivering baby pandas. Oh, okay, no problem. Well, you can keep doing that, but I can't be involved in that. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna go throw up because I'm disgusted at that mama panda's white secretions. Man, nobody likes these little pandas. If somebody doesn't adopt these pandas, they're gonna get shipped to China and they're gonna get chopped up into panda meat. Oh, hey. I think actually China takes better care of pandas than American pandas. I think it'll be fine. No, I've seen the videos. You don't understand. I work for the World Wildlife Federation, and they chop up pandas. I've seen the videos. Do you want to watch the videos? No, I don't want to watch videos of baby pandas being chopped up. You watch the fucking videos. Here, check it out. Hey, you see the little bit? Oh, look at that. Yeah, panda meat. Man, I that's really sad. Jeez, I wish I didn't see that. Man, I'm gonna have those in my dreams tonight. Oh God, I feel really bad. That really ruined my day. Oh hey, look at that. Oh. I need your big male hands to reach in there and deliver the next baby panda. I can't do that. I don't want to put my hand in the vagina of the giant mama panda. You're such a wimp. Here, just put your hand, quick. She needs your male hands to go into her vagina. All right. Oh God. Hey, wow, it's all slimy and stuff. It reminds me of Halloween when I used to put my hand into little bowls full of grapes. Oh God. Oh God. I think I fucked up. I think the panda's dead. Don't you think that's probably like a dead panda? Oh, hey, yeah, the panda's dead. Oh God, he's all mutilated. You have very strong hands. You don't know your own strength. You should have told me that you weren't capable of handling the little baby panda with grace. Yeah, I'm sorry. I fucked up. I don't know. You shouldn't have asked me to do it. I have strong hands. I just, you never know till you try. I'm not a panda delivering expert. Oh, poor little baby panda. Oh, I think I can still feel his pulse. His pulse. He's. Oh no, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead panda. I'm sorry, panda. I'm sorry. I just. You fucking asshole. You have to eat the fucking panda now. You want me to eat the dead baby panda? Oh yeah, you should just eat him. You should dispose of the evidence because my boss is going to come over from the World Wildlife Federation and he's going to fire me if he sees that I helped destroy a baby panda. Oh my God, you just ate the fucking panda. Yeah, I ate the panda, but I'm choking on the panda's bones. God, I need you to give me the Heimlich. Give me a fucking Heimlich maneuver, you World Wildlife person. Okay, there I go. Give me the Heimlich. Come on, spit out those panda bones. Oh God. Oh, I'm sorry. Look at the poor little baby dead panda. Now he's vomited up. Oh, here comes my boss. Oh God, he's gonna fire me. He's gonna fire me if he sees the little dead baby panda. Can you tell a lie for me to chase away my asshole boss? No, I can't participate in your fucking weirdness anymore. There's dead pandas. I've had a very bad day. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Just leave me alone. Just do your weird California stuff with your boss in some other place. Hey, how's it going, boss? Hey, how's it going? Yeah, a little baby panda died. It was a vulture. A vulture came and attacked him and killed him. I had nothing to do with it. I would never participate in panda death. Oh, I'm fired? Oh no, what am I gonna do? I don't know. I'm gonna get another job. There's not a lot of specialties in people delivering pandas. Well, fuck you. I don't need your fucking job. I'm gonna go to China and I'm gonna chop up lots of baby pandas. Yeah, how do you like that? I'm gonna go to China. I'm gonna participate in China death. You shouldn't have fired me. Now you're firing me caused the death of many baby pandas. I'm gonna kill all the little baby pandas in the world. So she does indeed go to China, and she shows her boss what's up by just killing lots of little baby pandas, and she gets vengeance, and she makes videos, and she makes her boss very sorry by chopping up like thousands of baby dead pandas, and she really sticks it to her boss. Yeah. Yay! That's a good story, Sean. Yeah, you really think so? That was the best story I've ever heard. Oh, cool, thanks. What's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is if you're a boss, be nice to your employee because they might get vengeance and stick it to you. Yeah, that's a good moral. Thanks.